Get ready for an honest, in-depth look at The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. From its unique storytelling approach to the characters that have sparked endless debates, we'll be sharing insights, scores, and whether this fantasy novel lives up to its glowing reputation. Stay tuned for the full scoop. Welcome to Buy the Book. I've read thousands of books and created a unique scoring method to help you avoid wasted time on overhyped duds and only enjoy the best reads. This channel is brand new with just 6 subscribers, so every like and subscribe means the world to us. If you've ever picked up a book with a killer title but zero payoff, you'll appreciate the honest reviews here. Hit that like button and subscribe now because nobody has time for disappointing page turners. This story follows the life of Kvothe, a gifted and enigmatic figure whose past is filled with both triumph and tragedy. Born into a family of traveling performers, Kvothe's early life is marked by his natural talent for music and storytelling. However, a sudden and devastating loss forces him into a life of hardship, living as a street urchin in a bustling city. Despite overwhelming odds, he rises above his circumstances, gaining entry to a prestigious institution where magic and knowledge intersect. The narrative skillfully alternates between Kvothe's reflections on his younger self and the present-day account of his quiet, unassuming life as an innkeeper. Along the way, the story explores themes of love, loss, ambition, and the pursuit of truth. Through vivid world-building and an intricate plot, the book delivers a captivating journey of self-discovery and resilience that sets it apart from typical fantasy tales. The cover of The Name of the Wind is undeniably striking and earns a solid score of 8. The bold contrast of black and orange immediately grabs attention, while the image of the cloaked figure standing in a mysterious forest evokes intrigue and sets a moody tone. It feels timeless rather than outdated, fitting well with the book's mystical and introspective themes. This is the kind of cover that sparks conversation. People are curious when they spot it on my shelf. While not overly flashy, it's memorable and perfectly complements the story's depth, making it an excellent visual representation of the novel. Patrick Rothfuss, known primarily for The Name of the Wind and its sequel, has garnered a strong reputation for his storytelling prowess and intricate world-building. His ability to craft a deeply immersive narrative has, really cemented him as a respected figure in modern fantasy literature. Rothfuss's unique narrative style, blending a first-person autobiography with a framing device, has been a major factor in the book's acclaim. With an author score of 8, he's recognized for his creativity and the emotional depth he brings to his characters, though some readers do note the prolonged wait for the series' conclusion. His impact on the genre is undeniable. The length of The Name of the Wind earns a score of 8. At over 600 pages, it provides an in-depth exploration of Kvothe's life, from his childhood to his time at the university. The pacing feels deliberate, allowing for rich world-building and detailed character development without dragging unnecessarily. Rothfuss uses the space effectively to weave complex relationships, introduce mysteries, and build a layered narrative that keeps readers engaged. While some might find certain sections a touch slow, particularly during Kvothe's time in Tarbain, the length overall feels justified. Honestly, it's hard to imagine the story being told in fewer pages without sacrificing its depth. With an addictiveness score of 9, The Name of the Wind is one of those books that's, nearly impossible to put down. The narrative's blend of mystery, magic, and Kvothe's personal journey keeps readers glued to the pages. The seamless transitions between past and present create a rhythm that leaves you wanting to know what happens next, whether it's Kvothe's scrappy survival on the streets or his daring exploits at the university. Many readers, myself included, find themselves so immersed that the world outside the book just kind of fades away. It's the kind of story that lingers long after you've turned the last page. The other score we're highlighting is the imagination score, which lands at an impressive 9. Rothfuss's ability to craft a richly detailed world and inventive magic system truly stands out. The symbiotic relationship between magic and science, though unconventional, brings a fresh perspective to the fantasy genre. Kvothe's journey, from the tragedy of his family's demise to his resourceful survival and academic pursuits, showcases a creative depth that keeps the narrative vibrant. While some elements like the portrayal of certain cultures feel less developed, the overall imaginative effort leaves a lasting impression and adds significant weight to the book's appeal. Blink and you might miss it. The all-new Kindle. Lighter than a paperback, brighter than ever, thousands of books, one incredibly light device. Your library, lighter than ever. Click on the link in the description below and get one. Coming up with the final score took careful thought, but I used a simple method averaging the key components. For The Name of the Wind, the standout factors were the imaginative world-building, addictiveness, and Rothfuss's narrative style. While the book captivated with its unique storytelling and emotional depth, minor pacing issues and some underdeveloped world elements slightly held it back. Personally, I feel the book's strengths outweigh its flaws, and its ability to grip readers is undeniable. When compared to the Goodreads score of 9 out of 10, our final score is a little lower at 8.4. This difference reflects a balanced evaluation, acknowledging both its brilliance and areas that could improve. Transparency is key, and while it may not match everyone's expectations, this score represents a fair assessment. Let me know your score for The Name of the Wind in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're ready to dive into Kvothe's world and see why this book has sparked so much debate, you can grab your copy of The Name of the Wind using the link in the description. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know if you agree with our score. Until next time.